Okay, I just want to let you know for question 6D, right? Okay, the part one, you got the confidence interval like that. So that means you have different true population mean. Yep. So to answer part 3, you go according to the requirement. Okay, no more than 0.2% of our package of 12 oyster will have a net weight of less than 1 kg. So that means net weight of, okay, less than 1 kg. So you say S12 less than 1 kg. You count. Yeah, 1 kg means 1,000 grams. So you have to use. So for the first one you use, so for this one it means like that. So you use normal CDF. Okay, then you count negative 10 to the power 99. 1 kg because everything is in gram. So 1,000 gram, comma, then the mean, that is, you use this one. Yep, 88.1. You times 12. This using the lower. Okay, then the standard deviation is square root of 12 times 5.3. Correct? Then you get. So this is the lowest. This is the, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is the highest possible probability. Okay, so actually if you count this is not more than 0.2, you can stop already. So for those who are not sure, you also count the other end. So you are using the same thing. So this is the question. So every time the question will give you a claim like that, then they will say use the confidence interval for true population mean. So you use the two extreme mean, put into here, then do the calculation. So then, are you clear? Then if the whole probability is less than what is the claim, no more than 0.2%, 0.2% means 0.002, correct? So you see, are you okay? So this is a skill that you have to learn. Okay. Because many students will fail to do this part. So what you can do is, the moment you do the two calculation, correct? You say the whole confidence interval for true population mean will create a probability that is that the oyster net weight less than 1 kg, the probability is less than 0.02%. So the claim is justified. We have sufficient evidence. Yeah. So we are 95% confidence that the claim is we have insufficient evidence to reject the claim. Are you okay? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing about this is they may ask you to count what is the lowest possible population mean, what is the highest population mean, that kind of things. Okay, when we see that type of question, I will discuss further. Yeah. Okay, can we go to booklet 2? Can we go to booklet 2? Yeah, can we look at question 7? Booklet 2, question 7. Okay, question 7, they give you two functions, correct? Okay, question 7, you look through first. You look through first while I draw out, then I discuss with you. You look through the whole thing first. Okay. Can I discuss? Okay, for part A, everyone shouldn't have a problem, correct? State the nature of the stationary point for the graph of y equal to fx at x equal to 2. Yeah, you know the nature, correct? Yes. Mikia, can I know the nature of this stationary point for fx, the one in blue, at x equal to 2?
Like the stationary point, like does not.
Okay. Yeah, it's a stationary point, but if you give me stationary point, mark would not be given. Because stationary point, we have 3 types.
Like,
So you,
function does not increase or decrease.
No. You read part A, state the nature of the stationary point. When we say stationary point, when we say nature, you are supposed to give me the answer local, max, local mean, minimum, or horizontal inflection point. So which is the one?
2.
So which is the one? So you cannot just tell me it's stationary point because the question itself says stationary point. So the nature means you have to select between these 3. Kevin?
Yeah.
Is it local minimum?
Yes, you are right. Mikia, do you have the question paper with you? This is called local minimum. So you get 1 mark. So these are 1 mark or 2 mark. You better know how to answer the question, okay? Part B, figure 7 show the sign diagram of the second derivative of gx. Yeah. So the sign diagram. So that means you see, I read the sign diagram, I label. So there are 2 inflection point, correct? 2 inflection point. One is at x equal to 2. The other one is at x equal to 6 for gx. State the nature of the point that is located at x equal to 2 on the graph. So when we talk about inflection point, we also, the nature, you also must tell me exactly, there are 2 types of inflection point. One is the horizontal inflection point. The other one is no, Mikia, there's no such thing as vertical inflection point. Yeah, I never heard of that. Okay, horizontal inflection point. No, there's no such thing as non-horizontal. Horizontal inflection point. And this is non-horizontal inflection point. Okay. When you talk about horizontal inflection point, means the G prime X equal to 0 and G double prime X also equal to 0. When you say non-horizontal inflection point, that means G prime X is not equal to 0, but G double prime X is equal to 0. Yeah, so now they want at X equal to 2 here. Yeah, so if you look carefully, this one should be a horizontal inflection point. Okay, for y equal to gx, if you want to be very accurate. Okay, now the next one, the graph of y equal to fx is in figure 6 has 1 point of inflection at x equal to 5. So I label here. Determine the interval for which f prime x is increasing. That means when you say f prime x is increasing, what does that mean? What does that mean when you say f prime x is increasing? What does that mean? Can someone tell me? Ethan? If I say f prime x is increasing, what does that mean?
It means that the rate of change is increasing.
Okay, rate of change of what?
Of fx is increasing.
No. Sorry to say that. If I say f prime x is increasing, that means I'm referring to the rate of change of f prime x is positive, which imply f double prime x is greater than 0. You get me? Because they want to determine the interval for which f prime x is increasing. So how am I going to know f prime x is increasing? That means the rate of change of f prime x is positive. That means when I sketch the f prime x graph, I should get, okay, so look, if this is my fx graph, until 5, this is my y equal to fx graph. So when I draw my f prime x graph, so how my f prime x graph go? You see, from very negative, my f prime x graph is from negative. Yeah, go to, yeah, pass through here too. Then after that, oh, I think my graph is not right. You have to go like that. Am I right? From very negative. Sorry. From very negative, it go up to 2. Okay. Yeah. Then, or maybe it continue to go up like that until 5. Right? So this is called your f prime x is increasing. Are you clear? Here, the slope is negative. So that's how I get. So that means that is the reason why I put f double prime is greater than 0. Because f double prime x is the rate of change of f prime x. So you have to remember that. So you have to read the question carefully. So that's why I give the answer x is between 0 and 5. So if I want to know whether f prime x is increasing or decreasing, I look at the shape of the fx graph. If the shape of the fx graph is convex, then my f prime x is increasing. If it's concave, then my f prime x is decreasing. Got it? Hello? Please, so they can come out. So I can, they can, this year they can change the question, say the graph of y equal to fx in figure 6 has 1 point of inflection at x equal to 5. Determine the interval for which f prime x is decreasing. Can or not? So what will your answer be? What will your answer be? Wing Shen. What will your answer be?
I just got back from the toilet. I missed half the question.
Okay. Marcus, what do you think? F prime x is decreasing for x. And we only do until 7, huh? Yep. Marcus? F prime x is decreasing for x greater than 5, but less than 7, correct? This part, concave. Are you clear, class? So, look, if 2020, correct, students are not able to answer this question, correct? 2021, they will come out the same question again. They are not scared that you that one, because a lot of times, if the student cannot do the question, the more they want to come up with the question. So how am I going to know f prime x is increasing or decreasing? Based on the fx graph, I look at the shape of the fx graph. Clear? Okay? Okay, Okay, part D, is there any question on part D? Part D, everyone should be able to get all the 3 marks, am I right?
I think so.
You think so?
I've not
Okay,
done the paper yet.
What are y'all doing? Okay, question 7. Marcus, can you explain why part D1, the answer is the first one, f prime x less than g prime x? Can you explain?
Is it because the minimum point of fx?
Okay. Is it because of the minimum point? Yeah. So the f prime x is less than g prime x. Okay, now straight away I will know f prime x is less than g prime x. Marcus, is it because of the minimum point? Because for x between 0 and 2, I straight away know that f prime x is negative. Can you tell me why I straight away know that the value of f prime x is negative? Marcus?
Because the shape is concave.
Yeah, because the shape is convex. Going down. This is my fx graph. And my g prime x, I know is positive. Do you know why? Because the g prime x graph is going up like that. Correct? So definitely g prime positive is more than negative. Hello, class. You better back up with your this part, no? Okay, that is the first part. Second part. For x between zeros, which statement is true? Then for part 2, just now Marcus, you said the shape concave convex, that is correct. Okay, because for x between 0 and 2, fx is convex. This is for y equal to fx. So therefore, f double prime x is positive. Correct? So for this part, g prime x, gx is concave. So g double prime x is negative. This is positive. So you can quickly get the answer if you know which one. So the answer will be this way. So that is how you analyze. Then for 2 to 7, 2 to 7, given that the value of fx minus gx is increasing. Yeah, that means fx becomes steeper and steeper. Their distance becomes further and further away. Which one statement is true? Tick the appropriate. So why is it become increasing? Is because the rate of change of fx is greater than the rate of change of gx. Correct? The graph of fx is steeper compared to the gx graph. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that is how you make a choice. Okay, then part E, class. In my answer, I just give you the answer like that. So now I'm going to show you how you should plot on the actual one. So on the actual one, you have this is your f prime x. Until 7 is stopped, okay? And it turned at 5. Am I right? It turned at 5, huh? Yeah, it turned at 5. Okay, look, for your g prime x, you have to be very careful, because the gradient along any part of your g prime x, even it's positive, is less positive, is less. So if you're starting this distance, this one must be less than this distance. If it's more, you straight away mark will be deducted. Are you clear? Because the steepness of fx is greater at x equal to 0 compared to the steepness of gx. So you have to start from here. Okay, then it becomes lower and lower, then you go to 0. Then after that, it go up, then it turn at x equal to 6. And it is also lower. Sorry, it should be go here like that, then concave, then you go down. It should be lower. If you go higher, if you go like mine, your mark will be deducted. So they will look at the shape where it turn. You make a note, 6. And where it cut the x-axis. And it must be lower along every point. Are you clear? Hello?
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful when you sketch the graph. So the way I put the answer is not very good. I should add in the f prime x graph. Yeah. Okay. So any question on question 7? No, Okay. Now let's go to question. Question 8 is more on the conjecture question, correct? More on the conjecture question. Yeah. Have you tried question 8?
No.
So this is the differentiation, okay, for the question 8. Okay. Since I have given you the answer, so for question 8, I will not discuss the things. Okay. So can you quickly differentiate and find the equation of tangent at that point? They give you the equation of tangent already. Okay, I want to add on something. Yeah, I want to add on something. Okay, now. So you have this graph. Okay, this is a graph. Y equal to x ln. You have to use product rule to get the answer. You can have a look at the answer. Okay, now there is a point here. 1. Okay, now for me, I can add another question. This is a tangent. Okay. I can say, okay, I can add further. The equation of this tangent is given in part 2. The equation of this tangent is y equal to ln 3 plus 2 over 3 x minus 2 over 3. Okay, I can add another part 3. Okay. I can say, find the coordinates of the point where the tangent at x equal to 1 meets the curve again. Okay, so meet the curve again. So I want the coordinate of this point. So how are we going to solve this problem? So meet again means you have to solve simultaneous equation. So to solve this part of the question, what you do is you put x ln x squared plus 2 is equal to ln 3 plus 2 over 3 times x minus 2 over 3. Okay, if you have this equation, definitely you cannot solve it manually. So there are 2 ways to solve it. So can you tell me what are the 2 ways?
Is your calculator solver?
Yeah, definitely. You can use solver. Okay, everyone, can you try to use solver? Okay, finish keying in. Okay, you key in already, you put okay. Okay, may I know what type of x value are you going to put down there? After you got your solver already, correct? There is an x here. What type of x value will you put in? If based on this graph, can you give me a suggestion? Can you give me a suggestion? Yeah. Wenjie? Someone has suggested to me. Wenjie, can you give me a suggestion?
0.
Yeah, you can put 0, okay? Or I will place it, because you put 0, it may go to 1. So to make it nearer to whatever value I want to have here, I will put -1. You see or not? Because your solver work like that. They will, whatever value of x that you put in, it will go to the solution that is nearer to this value. So you put -1, or you want to put -2 also can, up to you. Then you put alpha, enter. If you get back to 1, that means you are, yeah. So what is the answer? Can someone give me the answer?
Negative 2 point. Yeah, negative 2.4.
Yeah. So after that you put enter, correct? Yeah, alpha, enter, then the answer. So the solution for this is x equal to -2.39194. So x is approximately negative 2.39, okay? Class 3SF, Okay, so another way is you use graphical method. You find the point of intersection. Are you clear? So solve by graphical method, find the point of intersection. If the question asks you to sketch the graph, then and they ask you to illustrate that on the graph, also can. So point of intersection between two graphs. Yeah. Will the tangent meet the curve again? The answer, because for this part, correct, it had been many years. Okay, I don't get you. What do you mean by? We also need to sub into either one of the equation to get the y value. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because I asked for coordinate. Yeah. So that means, so definitely I will sub into this one easier. Or you want to sub into here also can, up to you. So therefore the y coordinate, either one will work. Okay, then you get your y coordinate. So that is, yeah, so you got negative something. Yeah. Okay. So please take note of this thing. I don't know whether they will ask or not. Then after that, they can ask you to find the area bounded by the, they can ask you to find the area bounded by the curve and the tangent. Can I ask for the area? Yeah. So you ask for the area, so you integrate. If this one you key into y1 and this one you key into y2, so you will do from 0, negative 2.39 to 1, y1 minus y2, then dx. Then you can get the area. So this question is possible. They ask you, they convert this question, they ask you to find the equation of tangent at that point. Then they ask you whether the tangent will meet the curve again or not. Where is the where is the point? Then hence find the area bounded by the curve and the tangent. This area bounded by two curves. Hello, class? Can or not? Okay, so this is the extension of the question that I can think of that they can convert. So a lot of things is like that. Yeah. From the past year paper, you think a bit further, see what it can do for you. Yeah. Okay, so before I end the class, I have a question for you to solve for integration. Can I move on?
Sure.
Yeah. So I have a question for you to solve. If how am I going to solve this? How am I going to solve this? Anyone have any idea? Hello, please suggest.
You take out the 3x plus 1.
How to take out the 3x plus 1? 3x is a variable, no? You mean take out the 3x plus 1 here? Is it? Winston? You mean like that?
Yeah.
Cannot, because this is a variable.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah, never mind. You only can take out the number. You cannot take out the variable. Okay, any suggestion? Quick. You won't be surprised, huh? They can ask you. They have the right to ask you this.
Split.
Okay, split. Okay. Kelvin, you mean split like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so split like this, can? But you tell me how to integrate this. Okay. Split cannot. I have issue here also. So this one, okay, but this one is not okay. Okay. There are someone suggest multiply top and bottom by 2x plus 1. Okay. So if you multiply like that, yeah, I want to show it to you. Will it become more complicated? So now you have 6x squared minus plus x minus 1 over 1 minus 2x squared, 4x squared. So you see, x squared, how to integrate? So you see, you try. So how am I going to solve this? You can solve this by, still remember the previous one that I showed it to you? Hello?
Substitute.
Yes. So you substitute with which one? You let u be 3x plus 1 or 1 minus 2x. Hello? Suggest, please.
The
Wrong
one on
never-
top.
If you, okay, if you say on top, Wing-Shun, we
No,
will-
bottom. Hold on.
Yes.
I'm looking at my notes right now.
Yeah. You substitute the one at the bottom. That will be a better one. You see or not? So I let you look at. So I let u be equal to 1 minus 2x. Okay. So that means my 2x will be equal to 1 minus u. So my x will be 1 minus u over 2, correct? So now I sub. 3 is 3 times 1 minus u over 2 plus 1 divided by u. But here is dx, correct? So what should I do from here? Hello, class? Yeah, I have to say du is equal to negative 2 dx. Correct? So my dx will be du over negative 2. So now I sub everything in here. Can or not? Okay, so now everything is in u. Okay, so now you can simplify it. So here is negative 1/4. I can take it out. Here is 5 minus 3u over u, du. So I have negative 1 over 4, 5 over u minus 3 du. Correct? So now I can integrate it. You integrate 5 du, you got 5 ln u. Correct? You integrate 3, you got 3u plus c. Now you can replace back your u with your x. Are you okay? So you can do it like that. So if happen to come out, okay, you think of a way out. And You can have a look at your textbook. Yeah, there's a few questions like that before. Okay. This one I taught you also when we are doing our learning of integration. So this is another thing that you think you want to write it down in your notes. If you don't want to do substitution, then you have to find a way to change this to become this, the one at the bottom also can. Are you okay? You want to see how I change? Do you want to see how I change instead of using substitution?
Yeah.
But substitution is better for those who have difficulty in changing. Okay, I show you how I change. Okay, first of all, my x at the bottom is negative. So what I do is, I rewrite this as -3 into 1/3 minus x. You see what I do? Are you okay? So I just take out the x first, the coefficient of x. Yeah, then after that, I put -3/2, 2/3 minus 2x. Are you okay? You know what am I doing? I'm creating the -2x there. Then after that, I just put -3/2. This one I can take out because it's a number. So it's 2/3. I want to have a +1. So I put -1 + 1. So you know how I create? Why I -1 + 1? Because I want the 1 and the 2x to be -2x to be together. So I take this as 1. Then I use and simplify this. So this will be -3/2 integrate. 2/3 minus 1 is negative what? -1/3. Correct? Plus 1 minus 2x. Okay, so divide by 1 minus 2x. Divide by 1 minus 2x. Okay, so I can cancel all this. This one become 1. So I got -3/2 integrate -1/3 into 1 minus 2x plus 1 dx. Okay, then you can continue to integrate. So I think if you don't know how to change, correct, it's better to use the substitution method. Are you okay? So
Miss,
if I want to, yeah.
Wait, can you repeat what you like? Can you
Okay.
re-explain what you did on the second step?
No, the reason is I want to create this one on top so that I can cancel off with this one.
No, not that one. I meant like the -3/2.
Okay,
one.
why? Because I want to have the 2x here. So I times 2 divide by 2. If I expand this, isn't it I get back this? You expand and see?
Okay, I see. Okay.
Are you okay? So you just modify the thing. So this is something that you have to learn how to modify. So that's why you want to be an engineer, you must be good in maths. You want to be a doctor, you don't have to be very good in maths. The reason is because engineer, you have to modify, you have to change to suit the situation. So not all of us are very good in modifying. Yeah, so depend. Some of us are more artistic, so you are good in the artistic part. So if an engineer who are good in modifying and also artistic, that's why they can come out with a design which is very nice and very practical. Their design is nice and practical. So all these things are gift from God, okay? So we are not saying who is better or who is not. It's just that what gift you have, you make the full use of the gift that you have. Okay? Class? Can or not? Then you can start to. So if you are not, there is another alternative, do by substitution. That will be much easier. Okay? So I will see you afterward. Thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.